It looked like Star Wars fans were going to be in for quite a year. With the recently announced sequel to Jedi Fallen Order coming and Season 3 of The Mandalorian on the way, as well as some other great works coming in terms of shows and games. One thing we had that everybody was super excited about was the remake of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, which was looking to remake the 2003 Bioware RPG gem that many of us played in our youths. However, it's been reported by Jason Schreier that the KOTOR remake has been indefinitely delayed, which is never a good sign for a huge profile game like this. I'm LittleBobby from 59 Gaming Direct, and today we're going to be talking about the report of KOTOR's remake production troubles. But before we do, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all of the news, reviews, and other content that we create here on this channel. And be sure to leave a like if you enjoy the video. Let's get into it. So Jason Schreier, if you are unaware, is a very, very reputable games journalist who works for Bloomberg, I believe. And on Bloomberg.com today, he posted an article saying that Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, a remake of the 2003 role-playing game, is delayed indefinitely as developers at Austin, Texas-based Aspyr Media try to figure out what comes next. Aspyr also abruptly fired the game's art director and design director this month. In a series of meetings throughout July, Aspyr's two studio heads told employees that the project is on pause and that the company will look for new contracts and development opportunities, said the people who are not authorized to speak publicly about the situation. Schreier continues, Knights of the Old Republic was to be one of the first modern Star Wars console games released outside of Electronic Arts Inc., which had previously held exclusive licensing rights. And this is one of those things that a lot of gamers know, that EA had a long-running track record of making really subpar Star Wars games. I mean, sure, some of them were great, but they also managed to make a lot that were really, really not great. Let's be generous and say that. Obviously, we did get a gem like Fallen Order. We got Squadrons, I believe, under EA, and Battlefront 2, the remake. But there was a lot of games under them that really fell short of player expectations. And it was a really big deal when they lost the exclusivity rights, because it meant that a lot of new talent could come in and work on Star Wars, which is a really beloved franchise that people always have high expectations for. So the Schreier article continues, the game was announced last September and has been in development for nearly 3 years at Aspyr, which was purchased by Sweden's Embracer Group AB last year. Aspyr, founded in 1996, was best known for a service shop that brought existing video games to other platforms, such as iOS, and that included the original Knights of the Old Republic games. On June 30th, Aspyr finalized a demo of the game known as Vertical Slice to show to production partners Lucasfilm Limited and Sony Group Corporation. The developers were excited about it and felt like they were on track, according to a person familiar with the project. So they were shocked by what happened next. The following week, the company fired design director Brad Prince and art director Jason Miner. Neither responded to requests for comment, but Miner suggested on a social media page that his dismissal was unexpected. It's a really big deal, if you don't know, to lose your art director and your design director. Those are basically two of the things that make the world in a game, or those are two of the people who lead the creation of the world on a game, right? The art director is the person who will, help design the buildings, costumes, like the world in general. And the design director is helping how you interact with that world. So these are two people who their importance to the project cannot be understated. And one of them coming out and saying, hey, I wasn't expecting to be fired, is a real red flag. It's kind of weird because Aspyr hasn't done any, public announcement of this. They haven't responded for any comments or anything. So we are left in the dark, as well as these two unfortunate directors who were just kind of let go for no reason. There is a huge problem in the development space where projects like this fall apart. We've seen it with Anthem. We saw it early on with Destiny, which managed to recover. We saw it early on with No Man's Sky, which managed to recover. But it's very rare that games that have their directors leave maybe a year before they're released end up in a good state by the time they're released. Basically, you're replacing the people with the primary vision for the project with two new people who may have a completely different vision or may not know how to handle the original vision of the original directors. This is a huge issue because now we're going to see if this game ever does come out. It's either going to come out in another 3 years because it's going to have to basically be restarted. Even though it's a remake, the work that they put in might have varied differently from the original Bioware thing. We had this game come out 20 years ago, and over 20 years, a lot can change, not only with technology, but just with what we know about the Star Wars universe now. There's been so much changed with Disney taking everything that was Legends out. They have to make sure that Disney is going to approve of everything they put in the story and that it's going to be suitable for the canon timeline. And if this project does get off the ground again from where it's at, these two new people that are going to be brought in to replace the two directors that were lost are going to have just an entire mountain of work ahead of them. Again, at this point, I'm expecting this game, if it's coming out, it's going to be delayed at least another 2 to 3 years. I would say at best, they could get it out by late 2024, like holiday 2024, if not summer 2025 at this point, because there's not going to be a way for them to, this late in development, have two people just step in there and have everything feel like a cohesive piece of work. That's the other part of this, is that if they delay it and don't bring it back, then all of this work done by these people, all these developers for 3 years, is now gone. And a really, really big project that meant a lot to a lot of fans, including my brothers. You know, they love this game. My brother literally, as soon as this news dropped, he sent me the tweet from Jason Schreier that said, hey, this game has been delayed. So all the fans are now either gonna have to get their game 2 to 3 years late and hopefully have it be something that's cohesive and feels good, or worst case scenario, the game is going to be completely scrapped and all of that development work and all of this hype that tons and tons of people had is just gonna be wasted. Which also means that Aspyr is not really gonna look good in the eyes of Lucasfilm. They may not get another chance to work on a Star Wars game. Embracer might kind of go down with that in terms of being allowed to work with the Star Wars IP, right? You gotta understand, a legendary IP that has a lot of fan expectation, that's a big responsibility, and it seems right now like Aspyr is just kind of throwing it all away. But what do you think about this delay? Are we going to see this game come out at all? Is it going to come out in a few years, or are they going to try and push it out if they can find someone to replace them, and then we're going to get a really half-baked product? Let us know down in the comments below. Hey, again, I'm LittleBobby here with 59 Gaming Direct. Do want to thank you for watching today. Hey, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, and let us know down in the comments below your thoughts on this whole situation. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.